God says, I am about to reveal a secret about your enemies that will change everything. Don't skip this. Your journey, chosen one, starts now. Wipe your feet on what they said you couldn't beat. Get settled, because this ride is about to show up some folks who thought they had you all figured out. Funny, isn't it? The same mouths that once mumbled, "You're easy to guess. You're an open book. You're just like everyone else," are now trembling in the dark. Every move you make twists their world. Look who's losing it. Look who's checking your page like their life depends on it. Look who suddenly can't sleep unless they know what you're doing next. Oh, the legend is here, and it seems the world forgot how to breathe. When they said you'd fall apart, you didn't. When they said you'd cry, you just wiped your face and kept going. When they laughed, the universe saved the real joke for later. And now it's hitting them hard in the gut. They thought you were just a background person. They thought you were a nobody. And now they're watching your every move like a detective with a wall full of red string, trying to connect things that don't even belong together. They're squinting at old pictures, playing back old chats, taking apart your quiet moments like they're top secret papers. You turn their confidence into worry. You turn their strong opinions into regrets. If you feel this already, hit the like button and subscribe to give back to this message. Your support makes this whole mission stronger. And believe me, it's a mission they never wanted you to finish. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. Now listening close, the air around you changed, right? There's this strange calm that shows up after someone rises from the ashes when everyone swore you'd stay buried. The quiet that follows you now isn't empty space. It's fear. The same people who used to walk up to you with their chest out are now sneaking behind you, whispering ideas like you're some mystery they can't solve. You became their storm, and they're standing in the mess it left, pretending they didn't see it coming. And don't think this is new. You've been doing this your whole life. Remember when you were younger, how people always acted like you were strange. How they stared at you like you were hiding something. You were hiding strength. You were hiding toughness. You were hiding a part of yourself that wasn't ready to come out yet. They thought you were quiet because you were weak. They didn't know silence is a weapon when it belongs to someone who doesn't beg for attention, someone who doesn't need others to say they're good enough to feel alive. There's always a moment in every chosen one's life when the world realizes it made a mistake with the wrong person. For you, that moment has been building for years. Through those nights where you fought battles no one saw, through the days when you held yourself together while someone else enjoyed watching you fall apart, through the times when you were the joke, the target, the one they underestimated, they never understood the kind of mind you have, the kind that learns people like books, the kind that watches before acting, the kind that thinks before speaking. And because you never bragged about what you know, they thought you knew nothing. Now look at them scrambling. These same enemies who said you were boring are trying to take apart your quietness like it's a crime scene. They're playing out scenarios in their head. What does it mean if they didn't answer? Why did they block me? Why are they suddenly shining? They're asking their friends for advice about you like you're a puzzle they can't solve. And here's the funniest part. The more they study you, the more confused they get. They're looking for patterns in someone who remade themselves every time the world tried to break them. And there's something beautiful about that. You lived through moments that should have shattered you, but instead they made you sharper. You stood strong when people threw doubts at you like knives. You stayed true when others just used you for a little while. You stayed human while they played games. And now you are the one they fear, because there's nothing scarier than someone who doesn't act the way the world expects. Someone who doesn't give in, someone who doesn't crawl back. Here's the truth. They don't want to admit. You became impossible to predict the moment you stopped needing them. The moment you picked yourself. The moment you realized that your power wasn't in showing them they were wrong, but in walking away while they begged the universe for answers. You are what's left after every storm they pretended not to see starting. You are the living reminder that they misjudged the wrong soul. And now here's the twist that hurts them the most. They didn't lose you because you were easy. They lost you because they couldn't understand you. They couldn't handle you. They couldn't keep up with you. They tried to study your patterns like you were some old file. But every time they thought they solved you, you became someone stronger. That's why they're scared. That's why they're obsessed. That's why they're watching you like a detective who knows the killer is smarter than them. You're not hiding. You're not running. You're simply living in a way they never saw coming. And that's the real threat. They know you're growing beyond their idea of you. They know you're done making yourself small. They know the universe is moving things in your favor. And they can't figure it out because it was never meant for them. Before we go any further, chosen one, pay attention for a second. If you've made it this far, it means you already know something is changing around you. You feel the eyes on you. You feel the tension in the air. You feel the universe changing the room every time you walk in, because someone out there is still trying to figure out something they were never smart enough to read. So, here's your chance to step forward, to take your place in this strange little investigation they built around you. Drop a comment with 777 if you're ready to let them watch panic and fail while you rise. Anyway, press like, hit subscribe. Help this growing group of chosen ones who won't be made simple into someone else's little chart. And now we go step by step deeper into the truth they never wanted you to hear. If you really are who I think you are, you'll feel that tug in your chest telling you not to click away. Because people like you don't skip their own story. You stay, you watch, you change. Let's get started. Number 1, the move they never see coming. Funny how they called you easy to guess right before you smashed their whole prediction model. They hate this part. The part where you stop dancing to the beat they thought they set. The part where you take one quiet step to the left and their entire idea about you falls apart like a cheap stage prop. They didn't lose control of the situation. They lost control of you. And that is a shame they will never say out loud. What hurts them inside isn't that you're hard to predict. It's that you're hard to predict on purpose, smartly, and too cleverly for their small minds to grasp. You're not messy, you're planned. And that alone turns them into broken robots who can't figure out your next move, no matter how many times they replay your past. Every time they swear, I know exactly what they'll do next. You change lanes without a signal. You change energy. You change speed. You change direction. You shade old versions of yourself they didn't even know you were wearing. And suddenly, they're standing there holding old pictures of you, wondering how they got left behind in a story they thought they were in charge of. It's almost beautiful. They studied you like a math problem, and you acted like a glitch that rewrites the whole system. They try putting labels on you, hoping to box you in. Maybe they're anxious wrong. Maybe they're avoidant cute, try again. Maybe they're an empath closer, but still no idea. Maybe they're narcissistic. And now they're just embarrassing themselves. You're none of those things, and all of them, depending on today and the situation. You're flowing in a way their stuck minds can't understand. You don't fit their files. You don't match their patterns. You don't color inside the lines, because you were never meant to exist inside their coloring book in the first place. You are the exception that breaks their theories. You're the proof that ruins their investigation. You're the secret door they didn't know existed until you walked through it. You're the surprise twist that shows how little they ever understood from the start. And that drives them absolutely crazy. Because here's the truth they choke on. The more they try to guess you, the more unpredictable you become. Not because you're trying to confuse them, but because you're changing faster than they can keep up. They're studying an old version of you, while the real you is already 10 miles ahead. They're looking at a ghost, while the real you keeps getting better in silence. Imagine how shameful that is for them, watching you grow out of their reach, while they stay stuck in their old idea of you. And I know what you're thinking now. Why does it bother them so much? Why do they care this deeply? Simple, easy to guess people are easy to control. And you, chosen one, stopped being easy to control the second you realized your power. The moment you stopped reacting, they lost their grip. The moment you stopped explaining yourself, they lost their script. The moment you stopped playing their game, they lost their upper hand. You became a puzzle they couldn't solve. And let's be honest, nothing makes small minds angrier than a puzzle they can't crack. They watch your silence like it's a clue. They pick apart your pauses like they hide meaning. They replay your unpredictability like a secret message is hidden somewhere they're too dumb to find. It's hilarious. They look at your absence, your timing, your patterns, your breaks in routine, your sudden changes in how you act, every little shift convinces them you're up to something big. They're not wrong. You are. You're not unpredictable because you're lost. You're unpredictable because you've grown past their access. Your silence is planned. Your distance is on purpose. Your reactions are chosen, not sudden. You change because you want to change, not because you're confused or broken. And here's the real shocker. You move with purpose, even when you look still. There's a plan in the unexpected, a rhythm in the quiet, a blueprint in your pauses. They think you disappear when you're silent. They don't know silence is your disguise while you get your next upgrade. The universe gave you this gift, the ability to remake yourself without announcing it, the ability to move without leaving marks, the ability to change direction without losing yourself. You're like a shadow that learns new shapes. Every time someone tries to grab it, you don't just avoid their expectations. You smash them, step over the pieces, and keep walking. That's why they study you like a serial killer's pattern board. That's why they stare at your moves like detectives losing their minds. That's why they call their friends to figure out your quietness. They can't accept that the story without them. They can't accept that you're no longer the person they underestimated. They can't accept that your unpredictability is just your growth wearing a different outfit. You're not chaos. You're evolution, and evolution scares people who stay the same. Sometimes you change because you outgrow people. Sometimes you change because the universe pulls you toward better things. Sometimes you change because you refuse to let anyone read your plans ever again. And sometimes you change simply because you're tired of being easy to guess for people who aren't worth impressing. You know the real reason they can't figure it out, because it was never meant for them. It was meant for you. You are the only one who understands your logic, your timing, your pace, your reasons. They think unpredictability is your weakness, but it's your shield. It's your special move. It's the thing that keeps you safe from people who want to use, study, exploit, or control you. And yes, they're upset. They're confused. They're ashamed. They're scared. But deep down, they're also obsessed. Your unpredictability is magnetic because it shows how little they understand. It forces them to face the fact that they underestimated someone who ended up smarter, calmer, colder, and stronger than they ever expected. But here's what makes you dangerous. You're not unpredictable to yourself. You know exactly why you move the way you do. You know how you disappear when things get loud. You know why you change pace when you feel something off. You know why you guard your inner world like it's a treasure chest. And the universe knows too. That's why you keep winning battles they don't see. That's why you keep slipping through traps they built. That's why you keep surviving storms that should have taken you out. You didn't come this far to be read like a diary. You came this far to become unreadable. And that chosen one is what will always keep you safe. They're studying your patterns like a serial killer. And they still can't figure it out because it refuses to stay still long enough for them to solve it. You are the update they can't download, the file they can't open, the glitch that becomes the whole system. You are the move they never see coming. Number 2, they don't want to understand you. They want your plans. They don't want to read you. They want to download you like software they didn't pay for. People don't study mysteries to admire them. They study them because they want the power that made them. Jealousy isn't loud. It takes notes. If they could unzip your mind and wear it like a jacket, believe me, they would. Here's the secret nobody ever told you, chosen one. Half the people pretending they're so confused by you aren't confused at all. They're obsessed. They're hungry. They're desperate to figure out how someone like you even exists. They don't want to understand you. Understanding takes humility. They want to be you. And that takes stealing. That takes studying. That takes copying your every move like a fake version that never matches the real thing. Imagine this. Someone watches you walk into a room with quiet confidence you didn't even notice you had. They study the way people change when you speak. They replay your jokes, your timing, the way you keep your boundaries without flinching. They think, if I learn how they do it, maybe I'll finally matter. They don't realize your presence wasn't built in a week. It was built through storms they never saw. Nights that almost ruined you and choices that would have broken them in half. They're not in you. They're trying to steal from you. Every fake friend who checked in wasn't actually checking in. They were checking your temperature, checking your mood, checking your shine, checking whether the upgrade they felt last week was real. Every conversation they turned toward your past wasn't curiosity. It was gathering information. What hurt them? What made them who they are? What sets them off? They want the recipe, the formula, the plans. They want the cheat codes to the level you blood your way through. Imagine this, a student writing down every detail from a master they secretly hate. That's them. They're trying to copy your quietness, but theirs feels bitter. They're trying to copy your confidence, but theirs breaks under pressure. They're trying to copy your independence, but theirs is held together with tape and insecurity. They want your glow without the healing. They want your strength without the scars. They want your clear sight without facing the mirror that almost broke you. And that's what rots them from the inside. They want results they never paid the price for. You didn't just become you. You were shaped. You were crushed. You were rebuilt. You changed through every moment where the universe forced you to face truths that would have ruined anyone weaker. They want the finished version of you, not the journey. They want the crown, not the weight. They want the throne, not the cold nights where you sat alone figuring out who you were without anyone cheering for you. And I know exactly what you're wondering right now. Why would they want to be me when they treated me like I was nothing before? Because people don't envy you when you're struggling. They envy you when you survive. Remember the times they ignored you. Remember the smirks, the side comments, the jokes made at your expense. They did that because they thought you would stay beneath them. They didn't guess that you would rise. They didn't guess that your change would show how stuck they were. They didn't guess that the person they made fun of would become the standard they measure themselves against. Imagine this. Two people running the same race. One trained in silence. One laughed with arrogance. Guess who wins? Guess who panics? Guess who suddenly wants to copy the winner's breathing, stride, discipline, mindset? That's them. Your rise is their crisis. Your evolution is their nightmare. Your unpredictability is their insecurity. Here's a truth that hits them harder than karma ever will. You can't fake what pain taught you. You can't copy toughness. You can't imitate being real. You can't practice real growth. You can't steal a mindset built under pressure they never survived. They want your peace, but they're not willing to sit alone with their demons long enough to earn it. They want your gut feelings, but they skip the inner work that shaped it. They want your emotional smarts, but they avoid being held responsible like it's poison. They want your balance, but they shake at the thought of losing people you had to let go. Imagine this, a person trying to wear your life like a costume. They put on your habits, your phrases, your confidence, your quietness, but it never fits. It never works. It looks awkward because it's not theirs. They're wearing armor they didn't make. They're copying a journey they never walked. Your identity isn't a template. Your evolution isn't a trend. Your strength isn't a show. It's lived experience. They can study you for years, and it still won't give them access to the inner world that shaped you. They don't want to understand that part, because understanding forces them to face their own lack of growth. They want shortcuts, tricks, easy ways out. They want to copy your confidence without facing the moments that shattered you before you rebuilt yourself. And here's another gut punch for them. You survived things they would have quit over. They want your smarts, but they don't want the loneliness of being misunderstood. They want your guts, but not the heartbreak that sharpened it. They want your independence, but not the abandonment that taught it. They want your glow, but not the darkness that forced you to create it. And this is why they can't be you. They never paid your price. Until they live your story, until they bleed your lessons, until they stand alone in the places you stood, they will always be a blurry, low-quality copy of a masterpiece carved from real pain. Let me tell you something even sharper. People only try to become you when they realize they'll never replace you. That's why they're obsessed. That's why they're constantly studying, watching, copying, adjusting. They're not inspired. They're scared. They're trying to recreate the magic because they know they can't get to the source. Imagine this, a scientist trying to clone a mythical creature. They have the tools, they have the samples, but the spark, the core, the soul of it, untouchable, unreachable, unrepeatable, that's you. They're studying your patterns like a serial killer, but not to understand danger, to steal power. But here's the punchline the universe kept to itself. Power built on copying falls apart. Power built on being real grows. They want your plans, chosen one. But even if you handed it to them, they still wouldn't become you because you aren't a formula. You're a phenomenon. You aren't a pattern. You're a transformation in human form. Let them study. Let them copy. Let them take notes like desperate students, hoping to cheat on a test they didn't study for. They can chase your shadow forever, but they will never touch your light. Number 3, the obsession that burns through their mind. They don't miss you. They spiral over you. Obsession isn't romantic. It's the cry of someone losing control. A person isn't dangerous until they stop caring. That's when the other side starts to panic. Here's where things get twisted, chosen one. Their obsession stopped being cute a long time ago and went straight into a deep psychological issue. They wake up with you in their head like an alarm they never set. They scroll past dozens of faces just to see if you left a trace of yourself online. They read your captions like secret messages. They analyze your quiet moments like it's a crime scene. They replay your old conversations, trying to figure out moments you forgot about. They compare every new person to you, and every single one fails the test. Imagine this: someone digging through memories like files, searching for what they missed, trying to map your mind like detectives cracking an unsolved case. They're furious because the one person who never chased them has become the one they can't is hurting. Their ego is hurting. Their confidence is breaking. Their mind is running simulations of you like you're a puzzle they didn't know would haunt them. And the punchline, you're not even playing. You're not chasing, baiting, or hinting. You know they're watching. And you genuinely don't care. Not because you're full of yourself, but because you grew past needing their approval. You're working on a level their insecurity can't sense. That's what terrifies them most. You moved on and their mind never did. Number 4, the reflection that shatters their ego. Some people don't break when they look in the mirror. They break when the mirror finally tells the truth. You didn't expose them. Your existence did. Nothing is more painful than realizing the person you judged is the person you wish you were. Here's the real twist. Chosen one. They thought they were studying you like a detective with too much free time and not enough skill. But somewhere along the way, the case flipped. You stopped being their subject and became their reflection. The one mirror they can't escape, break, or walk away from. Every time they look at your confidence, they feel the sting of their own insecurity. Every time they look at your boundaries, they see the places where they let everyone walk over them. Every time they take apart your peace, they're dragged face to face with the mess they created for themselves. Imagine this. They pull out a magnifying glass to study you, expecting flaws. But all they find is their own weakness staring back at them. That's why they get angry. That's why they stay obsessed. You're not trying to make them feel small. You don't have time for that. But your bigness, your evolution, your refusal to shrink makes their shrinking impossible to ignore. They don't envy your success. They envy your freedom. They don't want your life. They want the version of themselves that never showed up. And that's what burns them alive. Every time they look at you, they see the person they could have been. Number 5, the code they'll spend a lifetime chasing. Everyone wants the crown. Only a few survive what it costs. They want your power, but they couldn't handle the nights that created it. People don't envy your life. They envy your scars because yours healed. You're not a plan. You're a battle they never fought. Chosen one. Let's open this up clearly. They're desperate for your formula. Like there's some hidden book you memorized while they were busy pretending to be confident. They want your blueprint, your mindset, your secret switch. But what they don't understand is the most brutal truth of all. You didn't become this through strategy. You became this through survival. Imagine this. Someone studying a diamond trying to learn how to sparkle, never realizing it became a diamond by surviving pressure that would have crushed them. That's you. They stare at the glow but ignore the darkness that forced you to build your own light. They want the results, not the road. The shine, not the breaking, the crown, not the thorns. They don't see you trusting yourself when no one believed in you. They don't see the nights you sat alone, rebuilding your mind piece by piece, while the world thought you were fine. They don't see the moments you almost gave up, but didn't. They think your power is a trick, a method. And here's the line that cuts their ego in half. There is no shortcut to becoming you. No trick, no cheat code, no map. The only path to real power is losing everything that isn't really you. And most people will never be brave enough to face that kind of demolition. You didn't learn this. You survived it, and that's why they'll never catch up. Number 6, the switch that put them on stage. They used to judge you from the balcony. Now they're dancing for your attention like the show was theirs to begin with. Nothing hurts a performer more than realizing the audience stopped clapping. You didn't flip the script. Their insecurity did. When the watcher becomes the watched, panic becomes their personality. Chosen one. Here's where the universe gets a little unfair in your favor. The role reversal has officially begun, and they're choking on it. The same people who once acted unreachable now build their entire life around one pathetic question. Will this make you notice me? Every post, every caption, every overly perfect selfie, every story timed for biggest impact. It's all a show aimed straight at your eyes. Imagine this. Someone who once swore they didn't care about you, now practicing their every move like you're a judge holding their fate. You turned the tables without lifting a finger. You didn't chase. You didn't beg. You didn't play. You simply went higher, and suddenly, they became the entertainment. And here's the line that really destroys them. They measure themselves against you now, and they lose every time. They check your page before posting theirs. They compare their shine to yours. They analyze your quietness like a critic studying a masterpiece. They're performing, sweating, panicking, hoping their act will get your attention for even a second. And the cruel joke, you're not even watching. The stage lights are on them, but the spotlight left with you. They became the observed, all because you outgrew the need to be seen. Number 7. The patterns that make their minds malfunction. They don't study your behavior. They study their failure to control it. Silence is your weapon. Their ego is the victim. You're not unpredictable. You're just working on a level they can't handle. Some people don't fear losing you. They fear not understanding you. Chosen one. They're losing it over the way you move. They've turned your existence into a science project with no results. They've studied how you respond to disrespect with silence instead of yelling, how you handle betrayal by disappearing instead of seeking revenge, how you deal with pain privately instead of putting it on display for sympathy. They analyze your reply time like timestamps hold the secrets of the universe. They break down your tone, your rhythm, your pattern shifts like detectives who forgot they're not qualified for this job. Imagine this. A person staring at a combination lock, sure they're one click away from opening it, not realizing the lock changes its code every time they blink. That's you. They're obsessed with your inconsistency, but they'll never admit the truth. You're not inconsistent. You're flexible. You respond to energy, not expectation. You change when the vibe changes. You change direction when the universe whispers that something's off. You move according to signals. They don't have the sensitivity, depth, or emotional range to detect. They want you to act the same so they can predict you, control you, label you. But you're not a label. You're a changing part, a system update, a moving target. They're still learning checkers. You're already thinking 10 moves ahead in chess, and that's why their obsession grows. You're the pattern they'll study forever, but never solve. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Number 8. The fear that eats them alive. They don't fear losing you. They fear losing the idea that they ever had power over you. Control falls apart the moment the target stops reacting. You're not impossible to manage. You're just impossible to control. The smartest move you ever made was choosing silence over giving in. Chosen one. This is where their panic becomes almost like a movie. They can't control what they can't understand. And you, with your changing rhythm and unreadable mind, are their worst nightmare. They rely on things being predictable to feel important. They need patterns to feel strong. They need reactions to feel relevant. But you broke the cycle. You changed the rules in the middle of the game without announcing it. And now they're left holding strategies written for a version of you that no longer exists. Imagine this. Someone trying to trap smoke with their hands. The harder they squeeze, the faster it slips away. That's what dealing with you feels like for them. They build cages, but you see the plan before the door even closes. They set emotional traps, but you walk around them with this calm, unsettling awareness that shows their intentions instantly. They study your moves while you're busy figuring out their motives with the precision of someone who's been betrayed enough times to recognize danger before it breathes. They can't fool you because you learned the language of control by surviving it. They can't catch you off guard because you've already mapped the reasons behind their behavior. They can't play you because the moment you sense someone trying to control your energy, you disconnect. So fast it leaves their ego shaking. And here's the part that destroys them from inside out. You know exactly who they are. And that's why you choose not to get involved. Your absence is your refusal. Your silence is your judgment. Your distance is your protection. They wanted control. What they got was exposure. And that chosen one is a kind of defeat they never saw coming. Number 9, the meltdown. They can't hide anymore. When they can't crush you, they start making up stories to explain you're uncrushable. People don't make up theories about the weak. They make them up about the dangerous. They're not diagnosing you. They're confessing their insecurity. You can't break someone who already rebuilt themselves. Chosen one. This is the stage where their obsession turns into full-blown desperation. They start inventing stories, diagnoses, personality theories, anything to make sense of a power they can't touch. They're just guarded. They think they're better. They're too mysterious. Every word shows their fear. They're not trying to understand you anymore. They're trying to contain you, label you, shrink you. Because if they can't predict you, they can't control you. Imagine this. Someone standing outside a vault, rattling the lock, convinced there's a flaw in the metal. They don't realize the vault was made from your worst nights, your hardest losses, your darkest breakdowns. They're searching for cracks in a structure you already shattered once and rebuilt stronger than steel. They're hunting for the old you, the one they underestimated, controlled, laughed at, ignored. But that version died in the fire they pushed you into. What they can't handle is this brutal truth. You already faced the monster they think will break you, and you walked out stronger. Their theories won't save them. Their stories won't weaken you. Their obsession won't give them access to a person who grew beyond their reach. They're studying a ghost now. The real you is someone they'll never catch. Number 10, the case they'll never close. They're not investigating you. They're investigating why their masks fall apart in your presence. Being real feels like magic to people who only know how to perform. You're not unsolved. They're undeveloped. The truth isn't hidden. They just refuse to look at it. Chosen one. They've turned your existence into a full-blown psychological investigation, and the desperation is hilarious. They replay every memory like it's courtroom evidence. Every unexpected reaction, every calm silence, every message you chose not to answer gets pinned to their mental investigation board. They've built emotional spreadsheets, timelines, theories, even imaginary reasons to explain why you don't act like the puppets they're used to pulling. Imagine this. Someone analyzing ocean waves with a calculator, convinced there must be a formula to control the tide. That's them. They think your silence is manipulation. Your peace is strategy. Your authenticity is mind games. They don't realize the punchline. You're not even mysterious. You're just real. And realness feels dangerous to people who've only survived by performing. You're not complicated. They're conditioned. You're not hard to read. They're blind to truth. You're not playing games. You just quit pretending. That's why they study you like an unsolved case. Not because you're confusing, but because you expose everything fake in them simply by existing. Your honesty feels like a puzzle. Your boundaries feel like rebellion. Your calm feels like a threat. And here's the fatal truth they'll choke on forever. You are the one code they'll never crack because nothing about you was built for their understanding. Number 11. The break point where they unravel completely. They didn't lose you. They lost the mask they wore around you. Nothing breaks a person faster than realizing their entire personality was a performance. You weren't the threat. Their reflection was chosen one. This is the moment the story fish on to collapse. They spent so long trying to map you, label you, decode you like some faulty formula that just needed the right parts. And every attempt failed. Every theory fell apart. Every label slid off you like cheap tape. So now, desperate and exposed, they've turned the same microscope inward. Not out of self-awareness, but out of panic. Imagine this. Someone digging for treasure in your backyard, finding nothing, then panicking and digging into their own floorboards, hoping the gold magically teleported. That's them. They're not looking for clarity. They're looking for a personality transplant, yours. They want your calm, your instincts, your evolution. They want to download your courage, your emotional smarts, your toughness. They want to steal the pieces of you they thought were simple until life showed them. But here's the breakdown they'll never admit. They don't miss you. They miss who they pretended to be when you were around. You made them lift their standards just by existing. You made them behave better, think deeper, grow sharper. Being near you forced their fake identity to act real for once. And now that you're gone, the mask has nothing to attach to. It crumbles, it curls, it melts right off their face. Their crisis isn't heartbreak, it's identity collapse. Because the version of themselves they performed so confidently, it only existed in your presence. And once you stopped feeding the illusion, they stopped recognizing themselves entirely. Number 12. The energy shift they never saw hitting them this hard. They didn't lose a person. They lost the atmosphere you carried. When you walked out, the lights didn't go off. They finally saw how dark their world already was. Some people don't crave you. They crave the upgraded version of themselves they only felt when you were nearby. Chosen one. This is the part where the universe flips the energy board on them. Your absence didn't create an empty space like they expected. It exposed the emptiness that was already there. The void they'd been patching with your presence, your warmth, your emotional smarts, your steady aura. They pretended didn't matter. The moment you pulled your energy back, everything in their world dimmed. Conversations feel practiced. Connections feel low quality. Their routines feel lifeless. Their little victories don't hit anymore, because you were the one who made their sense of purpose stronger, just by existing in their orbit. Imagine this, a room that always felt bright, suddenly going dull the second someone turns off the lamp they never appreciated. They didn't want you. They wanted the reflection of themselves they only saw under your light. You made them feel smarter, calmer, kinder, more interesting. You made them step up just by being in the room. Your presence was the elevation they mistook for their own growth. And once that energy left, the floor dropped. Now they're meeting their real self. The unpolished, insecure, unmotivated version they kept hidden behind your glow. Without you raising the frequency, they finally see their true level, and it terrifies them. Number 13, the respect they never thought they'd be forced to give. They didn't change their mind about you. You changed the version of you they were allowed to talk to. People mock what threatens them until they need it to survive. Respect isn't earned through explanations. It's earned through evolution. Chosen one, here's the twist that hurts their ego the hardest. These were the same people who once laughed at your boundaries, rolled their eyes at your standards, mocked your values like you were naive for having them. They dismissed your silence as weakness, your distance as insecurity, your calm as passiveness. They thought you'd stay small. They swore you'd never gain respect because they assumed you'd never grow into someone who demanded it through sheer presence. But look at them now, quoting you, copying you, studying your reactions like lessons, trying to walk like you, talk like you, think like you. They try to embody your confidence, your poise, your emotional discipline, not because they admire you, but because life humbled them into realizing your way was the only one that actually worked. Imagine this. Someone who once made fun of your boundaries, now enforcing them with serious determination. Someone who once mocked your silence, now practicing self-control. Someone who once belittled your values, now preaching them online like they invented the concept. Respect didn't come from your arguments or your explanations. It came from the moment you stopped making yourself small to make them comfortable. You didn't demand respect. You became someone it was impossible not to respect, and nothing haunts them more than knowing you did it without their approval and without their permission. Number 14, the ending that destroyed their entire script. They'd prayed for your downfall and accidentally witnessed your resurrection. They weren't studying your patterns. They were waiting for the moment you finally shattered. The plot twist wasn't your survival. It was the version of you that walked out of the fire. Chosen one. This is the conclusion they never had the vision to anticipate. They predicted your breakdown with full confidence, like spectators waiting for a tragedy they thought was unavoidable. Every silence you gave they misread as weakness. Every disappearance they misread as defeat. Every shift in your behavior they logged as evidence of collapse. They watched you like someone waiting for a structural failure in a building they assumed was already cracked. But instead of falling apart, You did the one thing their ego could never process. You evolved harder, colder, clearer, unrecognizable, untouchable. Imagine this. They prepared funeral flowers, and you walked past them glowing like you just leveled up. They studied your patterns, expecting to catch your breaking point, not realizing your breaking already happened, and forged a newer, sharper version of you they had no defense against. Now they're stuck in a psychological loop they can't escape, craving answers, but terrified of facing you, wanting answers, but knowing every truth you carry would expose them. They can't move on because the ending they practiced in their heads never came true. And here's the final twist that rips their story apart. You weren't their unfinished chapter. They were your discarded footnote. You're not their unfinished story. They're yours. And now here we are, the last page of a case they spent their whole sanity budget trying to solve. Every pattern they chased, every theory they invented, every meltdown they pretended wasn't Hassan, all of it led to one unavoidable truth. You were never the mystery. They were. You were never the you are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit Out Community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truthy. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.